Good afternoon, everybody. Are we ready? We like to start on time, at least try to do it close. We got a lot of people today that we are either welcoming to the Palm Beach County School District staff of the police department and or getting promoted. Before we start, I would like everybody to please stand so that we can do the Pledge of Allegiance real quick before we really get going. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Take a seat. I'd like to welcome everybody today to this swearing-in ceremony and promotional ceremony. We kind of did it as a combo. You see, we got a lot of people here. It's kind of hard to get this many of our cops in the room at the same time, especially on a school day. This whole promotional process and the swearing in has kind of turned into, it's kind of like for me, I've been here a little over a year. It's like building a house or remodeling a house. We've got good bones and good foundation to our police department, but as we bring more people in, our supply chain, so to speak, increases a little bit, gets a little bit better. We build on our foundation. We're doing some promotions today that's going to help us support what we're trying to build here. I think it's really important to have family and friends involved in that process also. So I thank all of you for coming to support today. We do have some of our staff from the district that's here today. And of course, the leader of the band here is Mr. Mike Burke. I'm going to ask him to come up, our superintendent of schools, to come say a few words.
Thank you, Chief Mooney. Just like to welcome everyone here today. And, you know, on behalf of the school board and school district, we really value our school police department. It's an important part of our operation. Our mission is to educate, affirm, and inspire each student in the embedded school system. And when we say affirm, to me, that really comes first and foremost. That means to make students feel welcome, safe, supported, and nurtured on our school campuses. And our school police officers play a huge part in that, making sure people are safe, right? And even just beyond being physically safe, also kind of feeling supported and developing a good relationship with our students. So we have continued to support having our own police department. We're one of only about 6 school districts across the state of Florida that has their own fully accredited school police department. It's a great asset to the school system, and I'm really confident in Chief Mooney's leadership. Like she said, I like the house analogy. Are you renovating a home or something? Right. Right. Yeah, we're going to put in some nice hardwood floors here and all kinds of stuff. But, you know, it's this department, we've been able to, thankfully to the voters of Palm Beach County, we renewed a referendum in November of 2022 that provides additional revenue. And we dedicate that to safety. And if you've seen some of the new school police white Ford F-150 police trucks, those type of things are made possible thanks to our generous taxpayers who support this division as well. So I just want to congratulate all the officers on their either being hired or their promotion, and I'll let you get back to the ceremony. And I want to thank the family and friends for being here to support part of our team here. We go by Team Palm Beach. That's our nearly 23,000 employees that make up our workforce and the largest employer in Palm Beach County. And again, we couldn't do it without our school police. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Burke. I'd also like to acknowledge the Chief of Staff, Jamie Wyatt, is here, and our Chief of Equity and Wellness, Keith Oswald. We have a couple empty seats. We may have some of our other chiefs floating in and out. This is kind of a busy time of the day, so not everybody could make it right on time, but we like to be respectful of your time too. So thank you guys for coming out to support us. Over on this side of the room, I'd like to recognize our command staff. We have Major Rich Moore, Major Terry Moore, Major Marquise Hargrove, Major Jack McCarthy, sorry to say John because that's on the emails, Gary Kaufman, who's the captain in the back over there. Up front, Assistant Chief Mike Waits, Assistant Chief Regina Price, and Deputy Chief Nessa Snow, who is also our school safety specialist here at the district. When I made the analogy before about building a house, it's really, that's really my vision here for our police department. And I think the resources piece is really important too. Not only do you guys have the commitment of the citizens of Palm Beach County, but within the district leadership itself. They've been very supportive over the past year and a half in anything that I brought to them. I think there's been a lot of great ideas that have been kind of just brewing out there for quite a while, but they've been very supportive in letting me try to put those pieces together to make this department one of the best ones in the state of Florida. So I thank you guys for the support with that. With that being said, we're going to do, I always ask when we do a promotional ceremony or swearing in, I always ask the people that are being celebrated, hey, give me a biography, would you? A couple words. Some of them, when you say a couple words, literally a couple words they give me. So I get to make up stuff on those people. The other ones, I get a page and a half worth of information, and a lot of it has to, like, I know what their address is when they were 8. I'm not going to include that, but I get to freelance a little bit with the introductions on people. One of the things I did notice, though, especially on our new people who are all sitting up in the front, these are the ones that are being sworn in. We've already sworn them in. So, of course, as soon as they get in the door, we want to put them to work. So we swear them in on the first day. They don't even have uniforms yet. Then we put them in the uniform and get them into training as quick as possible. Because like I said, is when the supply chain, when the stuff comes in, let's use it as quick as possible. We get you trained to make sure that you become a part of the team as soon as we can. Some of these people up here are on second or third careers, which is one of the unique things that we have about the police department here. We have so much experience and knowledge and coming back in the door, enthusiasm for doing police work at a school level. It's one of the basic things that we do when we go into police work. I've never sat on an interview panel where when I ask a person, why do you want to be a cop, that they don't say, I want to help people. I want to make a difference. Every single one of these people here on their bios, one of the pieces in there, I'm so excited to be here. I want to be a mentor. I want to be a leader. I want to bring my experience and my training to make things better, and I want to contribute. So that's awesome. As I look at the number of years that we have almost 200 years worth of experience in police work sitting in front of you as brand new officers in the district. So we're not starting at square one, which is one of the things that's awesome about remodeling instead of having to build from the ground up. So I appreciate them having the desire and the fortitude to come back into this job where really they're going to go onto a campus. They're the chief of police on their campus. They're gonna own their little city on that campus. And we're going to work together to make sure that all the kids in Palm Beach County are as safe and secure as possible. So I thank you guys for stepping up and becoming part of the team, and we welcome you. With that being said, we're going to do this a little bit differently than we normally do because we have so many people. I'm going to go kind of alphabetically, starting on my right. I'm going to give you a couple little blurbs about each person. I'm going to ask the officer to stand up, stay standing, and once we get everybody standing, we're going to do the swearing in part for this group. Okay? You good? Bill Allen. Stand up, Bill. You got it. You did it. You did it. Bill started his career with the Jupiter Police Department in 1993. He did time as a field training officer. He was on the SWAT team. He's a firearms instructor, and he was a captain of the emergency field force team. He has a master's degree in criminal justice and a bachelor's degree in education, training, and development. Pretty perfect for a school cop, I'd say. He's a graduate of the University of Louisville's Southern Police Institute Command Officers Development course. He's attended the Florida Leadership Academy and the FBI LEADA Trilogy Leadership course. Next up is Philern Davis. He's an 8-year military veteran. He did his time as a police officer in the U.S. Virgin Islands, which is kind of cool. I don't know. I might go the opposite direction. Virgin Islands pretty good. He did 5 years with the Virgin Islands before joining the Broward County school system as a security specialist, where he served for 4 years. He attends American Military University, and he's studying business administration. He enjoys the outdoors, playing cricket, working out, and motorcycles. So, welcome, Philern. Jeriel Gomes is our next officer. He's born in Brazil. He moved to the United States at age 9. His native language is Portuguese. He grew up with his father, who's a missionary who worked in the Brazilian communities in New England and then California. So he's kind of covered the whole gamut, which is good. The experience will be great for us. He served as a flight attendant during the time 9/11 occurred, and he lost several coworkers who were also flight attendants. He joined the Orlando Police Department in 2004. He was very active in the Brazilian community outreach there, and his claim to fame was he reached 1.4 million YouTube views for an interview with a Brazilian TV group that interviewed him about his community outreach in Orlando. So that's pretty cool. I think that guy made money, but I'm not sure if you got the kickback for that or not. Next up is Timothy Heines. He joined the NYPD in 1993, where he worked in Harlem in the 28th and the 30th precincts, and he worked street crimes there. He has experience as a narcotics detective in the Manhattan North area. He worked in organized crime, working on undercover organized crime issues and human trafficking. His wife Cindy and he are new grandparents, so that's his thing that he likes to do when he's not at work. He's got the new grandparent thing going. Marvin Martinez. Marvin Martinez is a Palm Beach County native. He has a bachelor's in criminal justice from Kaiser University. He was a traffic officer in the city of Atlantis for 2 years, and he is married with a 5-year-old son and a newborn daughter. Matthew Miller. Matthew Miller was born and raised in Indiana, and he moved to Jupiter in April of this year. His wife, Erin, and his 5 kids, Caleb, Jeremiah, Aubrey, Griffin, and Easton, take up a lot of his time, which is great. They stay very busy. He has a bachelor's in elementary education from Bethel College from 1999. His experience in police work in 2003, he started with the High Point Police Department in North Carolina, where he worked in patrol and as an SRO. In 2006 to 2018, he returned to Indiana and worked for the Kokomo Police Department, where he was an FTO, a detective, and then a school resource officer captain. 2018 and 2019, he did a stint at Taylor University as a campus officer before coming here to Palm Beach County and joining us. I could tell you one interesting thing is Matt had a lot of talks on the phone with Major Scavelli, who I have to give a shout out to him, except for he's on a badge run right now. I shouldn't sell him out. The lieutenant's badges might be in transit, so he's on the way here, but he's our recruiting major. He had a lot of discussions with Matt, and I think that he reflects the same type of background and enthusiasm for the job. And we were concerned, one of the things about coming to Palm Beach County, and some of you other guys that have moved here from New York, one of the big concerns is housing and understanding what the area looks like and some of the challenges you would have. They really talk through it, and we do a good job of trying to make sure that when we bring officers in from another location, that they understand what they're getting into. So it's kind of interesting. I think that Major Scavelli was like, yeah, I landed him, and it's kind of funny because they have a connection already. So not to just point you out, Matt, and I hope I'm not embarrassing you, but it was kind of neat to listen to the progression and some of the questions that get asked. Not that it doesn't come from other people too, but it's just kind of nice to have people asking the right questions before they come and join the team. So welcome to Matt. Daniel Reyes. Daniel has some experience with the Glades County Sheriff's Office, where he worked several years as a school resource officer. He has an associate's degree and is currently aiming to complete his bachelor's in criminal justice. Armando Sanchez. Armando Sanchez is from the Bronx, New York. He was in the U.S. Marine. He served in Desert Storm. He's a veteran of that. He's a 21-year veteran of NYPD, where he worked in the 40th precinct in the Bronx. As a 9/11 first responder, he ended up getting some additional FEMA training, and he was involved in a pilot program with the New York City Terrorist Task Force. He retired and relocated to Palm Beach County in 2015 before deciding to get back in the job with us this year. So welcome to him. Guy Scavelli. Guy Scavelli is a graduate of John Jay College of Criminal Justice. He joined NYPD in 1995. He worked in patrol, intelligence, and served as the New York City mayor's security team during the 9/11 attacks. In 2002, he was a detective in the SVU unit and a sergeant. He eventually became a supervisor of the detective squad in 2011. And then in 2016, he worked in the police lab before becoming the operations coordinator when he retired in 2020. He's married to Marissa and enjoys time with family and friends, the outdoors, and going to concerts. So do I. I like it. Sean Williams is next. Sean Williams did 20 years with NYPD. He's a devoted family man who's married to Deshir, and they have 3 kids, Angelina, Cheyenne, and Shandon. He is focused on the values of integrity and responsibility. And finally, last but not least, Zola Yee. We stole her from Miami-Dade County School Police Department after she did 5 years with them, which was nice. She has multiple training courses related to school policing. She has a degree in advanced physical therapy and enjoys spending time with her family singing, and dancing. So this is your new crew. We'd like to say welcome to you all. So a round of applause initially. And while I have you all standing, we're going to do the oath together, kind of like we did on the day that you came in. So if you would repeat after me, and I'm going to give you the same instructions as the day when we swore you in, that when I say state your name, don't say state your name, okay? Are we ready? Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will uphold, protect, and defend the Constitution and government of the United States and of the state of Florida, that I will enforce the laws of the United States and the state of Florida without personal bias, and that I will well and truly perform the duties of a police officer for the school district of Palm Beach County, Florida, on which I am about to enter. So help me God. Congratulations. And we typically will do two separate oaths when we swear everybody in. When we do this second one, I like to invite everybody that's in a uniform in the room right now to stand up, because I think we can all renew our vows, so to speak. So raise your right hand. Repeat after me. On my honor, I will never betray my badge, my integrity, my character, or my public trust. I will always have the courage to hold myself and others accountable for our actions. I will always uphold the Constitution, my community, and the agency I serve. Great, thank you. You all passed. Welcome back. We're going to go one by one. Everybody can have a seat. We're going to go one by one to allow family members to come up and do our official pinning of the badge. So I'm going to ask Bill to come up first. Bill Dormal, or Bill Allen's wife, Maria, is going to pin his badge on. So we'll get my assistant, Deputy Chief. No, thank you. Try not to draw blood. Well, don't tell me. Don't tell me. This is the best part of it. See who gets it quickest. Next is Philern Davis, his wife, Neil. Come on up, Neil. Jeriel Gomes is next. Sergeant Dave Furtado is going to pin his badge on him. Timothy Haines, did I say Haynes or Hines? I say it wrong every time. Hines. His wife Cindy is going to pin his badge on. Cindy. Marvin Martinez coming up, and his wife Tricia is going to pin his badge on for him. After that piece I just said about the new baby that plays into trying to get up here, that's a Matthew Miller and his wife Karen. Daniel Reyes, his wife Patricia. Armando Sanchez is next. He's going to be pinned by Deputy Chief Snow. This is a true test. Deputy Chief Snow been in the business for a while. Let's see. I think I'm still going with Aaron. Aaron, come on back now. Mr. Burke, when you get the workers' comp claim on that one. You saw it. You're a witness. Guy Scavelli, you're up next. Come on up, and your wife Marissa. DeShear, come on up. And finally, Zola Yee is going to be pinned by her husband, Daniel. I'd like to ask our newly minted officers to stand up. We'll give them one more round of applause and welcome to Palm Beach County School District Police Department. And with that, we're going to kind of change hats and head into our promotional ceremony. We're going to do a changing of the guard and have our officers sit and trade places with our new promotees. So you guys go ahead and trade up, just like we practiced. Alphabetical order, we're good to go. It really got confused. Going alphabetical order. Yeah. Got it. Okay, because we're in emergency mode with the badges, I do have captain's badges, so I'm ready to go. I'm waiting for the delivery of the lieutenant's badges real quick. So I'm going to start out with our captains instead of going through our lieutenants. This is kind of an interesting thing. When I made the analogy earlier about the house building and whatnot, we have a really good structure here at the district, but we've had some issues with trying to make sure that we plug holes at higher levels while we're still trying to plug holes at the lower levels. So a lot of these people that are sitting up here in front of you have done double duty and things that were very supervisory, as I should say, without having the titles over the past year and a half. I'm very proud and happy that we were able to get to the point where we're able to start filling up some of those positions that we had above the line level supervision. They all went through a process, did very well. They bring a lot to the table. When I talked about experience, you'll hear when I do these bios that they wrote a little bit more. Some did or some didn't. Cecil, I see he's shaking. I know. I made up on his. I made up stuff for him. But it's kind of interesting to get to know people. A lot of times you just see these officers here. It's not just officers in a uniform. We got people in the uniforms, and it's kind of nice to hear them say what's important to them. So I'm going to read a little bit about our first captain promotee, Summer Caudio, who's sitting right here. So Summer, come on up. I want you to stand here so that I can showcase you as you're there. Summer Caudio is a native of Palm Beach County and attended elementary school and middle school in Palm Beach County School District. She earned an associate's degree from Palm Beach State College and received her bachelor's from Ashford's University in business leadership. Her law enforcement career started with the Seminole Police Department, and 3 years later, she began a new journey with the Palm Beach County School District Police Department. Summer has worked in all the regions of the county and at all education levels. For the last 4 years, she has supervised the road as a lieutenant and assisted with administrative duties. Captain Caudio has a vested professional and personal commitment to the school district of Palm Beach County and the community at large. Her children attend Palm Beach County School District schools. Captain Caudio's personal values mimic that of the department in that she's committed to maintaining safety and security as well as modeling dedication, integrity, and dignity. I introduce to you Captain Summer Caudio. And we will have, I got to mess up my sheets now too because we're out of order. Her mother, Sally, and her dad, Michael, are going to pin the badge for Summer. So come on up. Let's have you stand up front. Oh, sorry. She thought she gets away. She gets to say a few words.
You really got me good. Good afternoon, everyone. Throughout my career and personal journey, I've been guided and molded by people that I surround myself with. From my mother and father, who taught me things are going to get hard, but keep trying, keep pushing. My brothers taught me how to fight the good fight. My husband and kids taught me patience comes with understanding. So being patient, I'll understand. Friends and family taught me how to celebrate and dance in the rain. AC Waits taught me to wait until he has 3 cups of coffee before I talk to him. Chief Mooney has begun to show me what leadership looks like as a chief. Thank you. It is my hope to take all the lessons I've learned, good and bad, and be the best leader I can be. I hope to be the beacon of light and guide others as others have guided me. Thank you.
So our other captain promotee is Robert Katz. Come on up. Have you here. Rob Katz began his career with the Boynton Beach Police Department in 2001. In 2004, he joined the School District of Palm Beach County Police Department. In 2011, he was promoted to sergeant, and he served as a sergeant until 2019 when he was promoted to lieutenant. As a lieutenant, he's been instrumental in the development and supervision of the Emergency Services Unit. Rob holds instructor certifications in active shooter, tactical medicine, field training officer, and patrol rifle. His memberships and training include the National Tactical Officers Association, Florida SWAT Association, PBSO SWAT, Federal Law Enforcement Training Center, and the NRA. For 22 years, he has successfully served in the roles that include but are not limited to patrol officer, field training officer, a lead active threat instructor, patrol rifle instructor, ESU team leader, and ESU commander. Captain Katz's personal core values include his commitment to maintaining safety and security within the district, and in line with his commitment to safety, he brought a nationally recognized single officer response to active threat tactics to the department and trained all 220 officers. That's quite back in the day, you would never think that you'd have to train that specifically for active shooter or active assailant type threats in a school setting. Rob took the initiative to go get trained on how to train our officers who are in a school by themselves and are the first line of defense if something happens on a campus. So, I mean, that's quite an undertaking, and I think that the training that he's brought to the department it's instrumental in building on that foundation and making sure that we have a strong structure and that all of our officers are well trained. So, to me, that's one of the pinnacles of this bio is his investment in trying to make our department better. So, with that, I introduce you to Rob Katz. We'll have, his wife, Miranda, is going to pin him before we have him say a few words.
Good afternoon, everyone. First off, I'd like to thank Chief Mooney for giving me this opportunity. I look forward to the challenges that it's going to bring. I'm very excited about the future. Congratulations to everyone else who's up here getting promoted today. Good job, everyone. I did not have a speech prepared. I'm trying to suppress Captain Caudio, but she beat me on this one. So, thank you very much.
Oh, did we do a come on, Rob, I didn't get a picture with you. All right, so first big fail is that we did not get the badges here in time. So we're going to go through this anyway, and I've got certificates. We can't really put them on your chest, but we'll have your significant other come up, and as I keep talking, maybe the badges will magically appear. They're on the way. We'll see. I-95 is a little bit too crowded, though. The lieutenant's positions have been a little lean over the past year. Captain Katz and Captain Caudio were lieutenants before getting promoted to captain, so it left a couple pretty big holes in our staffing. The other people that are up here are filling some of the gaps that we had to leave empty over the past year, just in order to try to get ourselves settled and make sure that we had proper coverage at all of our schools. So I feel like we're going to have a really strong team once we get you guys all plugged in, and everybody here that's up here kind of brings something a little bit different to the table. We've got several of these several of these lieutenants are going to be going to the road where they're going to be handling the day-to-day operations, but we also have internal affairs represented. We have our emergency management represented, and we have our investigations represented. So again, we're still putting those building blocks together, but we're gradually getting there. So as far as the bios go for each of these, I'm going to read them off, and I'm going to try to go really slow. Jason, you're first. Come on up. Okay. We've got a photo. We've got a prop badge for you, so you're good. You stand right here. Oh, you got one too. Good. Okay. Jason Bergman graduated from the Delaware State Police Academy in 2001, and he served as a patrolman, a field training officer, and corporal during his time in Delaware. He was named Officer of the Year in Sussex County in 2003 and received a Lifetime Achievement Award from Mothers Against Drunk Driving for his DUI arrests. Lieutenant Bergman relocated to Florida and began his tenure with the Palm Beach County School District in 2019. Jason Bergman retired from the U.S. Army National Guard after 21 years of service. His service included 2 deployments to Iraq during Operation Iraqi Freedom, after which he was awarded a Bronze Star. Lieutenant Bergman retired from the U.S. Army National Guard after 21 years of service. His service included, I messed that up too. Okay, Lieutenant Bergman has a degree in general studies from the University of Phoenix. He has instructed in SWAT tactics, field training, firearms, and DUI detection. He has attended numerous advanced training courses to include SRO, FTO, instructor techniques, first line supervisor, and middle management. I introduce to you Lieutenant Bergman, and we're going to have his wife come. I think, yeah, I got my list. Lieutenant Bergman's wife, Sherry, is going to pin him. This one. He had his own. That's okay. Go. You're good. You got it. You got it. Got this one. No. That one.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Appreciate everyone coming here today. Thank you, Chief, for giving me the opportunity. And I'd like to thank a couple people along my way of this journey. One would be Major Hardgrove. His leadership and style I followed pretty much the last 4 years, and I appreciate that. Sergeant Sessions, thank you for educating me on the school police, since I didn't know anything about school police until I came here. So I'm pretty excited to have this opportunity for school police. Thank you.
Our next lieutenant is Gina Goulette. Come on up, Gina. Gina Goulette achieved her dream of becoming a law enforcement officer at age 25 when she started her career with the Hialeah Police Department. She excelled in her role as an officer assigned to road patrol. Within 3 years, she was promoted to a detective for the Economic Crimes Unit. She was later selected to work undercover as a member of the Organized Crime Unit, and ultimately the chief recognized her valuable work ethic and assigned her to Internal Affairs. In 2012, she was hired by the Lauderhill Police Department, and after only 1 year of working on road patrol, she was selected, due to her experience, to join the Detective Bureau. She was assigned to persons crimes and specifically homicides and sex crimes. In 2015, Lieutenant Goulette joined the Palm Beach County School District Police Department. Her first assignment was at Atlantic High School, where she showcased her talent as an officer and a mentor. Her next assignment was at Don Estridge High Tech Middle School, where she formed a strong bond with students, parents, and staff, and was nominated for the Life Changer of the Year award. Lieutenant Goulette has served as a detective supervisor for the field training officer position for over 3 years, and she has a passion for mentoring officers and positively contributing to shaping the department. I would like to introduce Gigi as our newest lieutenant, and Gigi's going to be pinned by her son Giovanni Mealy. Come on up, Giovanni.
As you can tell, this is hard for me, but I'm going to do the best I can. First, I want to thank my family. Oh, boy. First, I want to thank my family, my beautiful wife, my son, Gio, my mother, my brother, my nieces, and my nephews for being here to support me. I would not be the person I am today if it wasn't for my family. I would like to thank the several officers in the back of the room that have helped mold the person I am today. I would not be where I am had it not been for several of you standing back there, so I'd like to thank you personally. For the people that are being promoted with me, I highly respect them, and I know that they're going to do an amazing job, and I'm grateful to be on this journey with each and every one of you. To the command staff, thank you for always supporting me, for encouraging me, and giving me motivation and always being positive. Again, I want to say thank you. AC Waits, I want to say thank you to you personally because you have always supported me and have pushed me to step out of my comfort zone, and I appreciate you for that. AC Price, the same. Thank you for your support. This is horrible. I'm so sorry. I promise I do not do this bad when you meet me out there. Deputy Chief Snow, thank you for always being positive, pushing me also, and for giving me the guidance that I need. Okay. Chief, I'm trying. Since I've been with the agency, there's been a lot of ups and downs. You being in the position that you are, we are all grateful. It wasn't until that you got here where our agency finally felt like an agency. Your guidance, your wisdom, your experience, your support, your dedication speaks volumes. We greatly appreciate the mentor and the leader that you are. And to Superintendent Burke, you got it right. So thank you.
I appreciate that. I'm going to drop the mic on that, right? We're good. Not the Mike Burke, but we'll drop the mic. Next up, and by the way, if we get a complaint of somebody might have been driving fast in one of those white pickup trucks, we got the badges, so we're good. You get a pass, Major. Anyway, next up is going to be Heather Kasprow. Come on up. Right here. Heather Kasprow grew up in the suburbs of Philadelphia before coming to Florida in 1999. She has a Bachelor's of Science degree in Criminal Justice from Westchester University. Postgraduate, Lieutenant Kasprow moved to Orlando, Florida, where she worked with the Walt Disney World Resort as an operations guest service manager. Perfect correlation, that job and being a cop. Let me tell you, is the customer service piece of that. She can talk around a complaint. It's phenomenal. It's awesome. And you walk away with a smile because it's Disney World, right? And it's perfect. In 2002, Lieutenant Kasprow joined the Orange County Sheriff's Office, where she served as a patrol deputy prior to being assigned to various specialty units to include field training, major case sex crimes detective, full service canine handler for patrol and narcotics detection. She worked in Vice. She was a grenadier, an assistant team leader on the emergency response team, and finally the training unit. In 2018, Lieutenant Kasprow joined the Palm Beach County School District Police Department and was assigned to J.C. Mitchell Elementary. In 2020, she became a detective supervisor and was assigned to supervise officers assigned to the southeast portion of the school district. In addition to supervising the patrol unit, Lieutenant Kasprow also supervised a field training program. Throughout the year, she assists as an instructor with the school police training unit. While working on the road in 2006, partnering with Orange County Fire Department, she met her husband, Mark. They're blessed with two amazing young children who keep them incredibly busy. Lieutenant Kasprow's adventure through her law enforcement career has been supported by her family and faith. Congratulations. And I'd like to have her husband, Mark, come on up. You're going to do the pin. I'm coming in.
Thank you. I think G said it best. I can't top that, and it's a rough spot to be in. So I just want to say thank you. Command staff, you've been great leaders, great examples, great teachers, and I think that's so important for a leader to be a teacher. So hopefully I can fill those shoes like you expect, and we're going to have fun on this adventure. Thank you.
Our next lieutenant is Brian Qualters. Come on up, Brian. By the way, those first three, those are the ones that they're going to be assigned to work in patrol, so they're the ones that will be out overseeing our day-to-day operations on the road. Brian here works in emergency management, and he's going to stay in that position as we move forward. Brian Qualters graduated from the University of Central Florida before returning to the Palm Beaches to begin a career in law enforcement. He was hired by the city of Lake Worth, which was very familiar to him as he graduated in 1996 from Lake Worth High School. He later worked for the town of Manalapan, where he was the first resident to become a police officer there. While with Manalapan, he was a first-line supervisor, a field training officer, a SWAT operator, traffic unit facilitator, and a child abuse investigator. Then, one fateful day, he responded to a call for service at Lantana Middle School and learned about the Palm Beach County School District Police Department. Ironically, Lieutenant Qualters decided to join the school police in 2006 while on the very campus where he attended school as a kid. As a member of Palm Beach County School District Police Department, Lieutenant Qualters has had numerous assignments. His first assignment was at Palm Beach Lakes High School, then he went to Boca Raton High, and third, he went to the elementary school mobile patrol unit. While maintaining his school-based assignment, Brian also took on the responsibility of being an FTO, an emergency response team member, and an adjunct instructor. He later transitioned into the Detective Bureau as a detective assigned to criminal investigations, and then was later relocated to the Department of Employee Relations to help perform administrative investigations. While a detective, he also performed background investigations and conducted CBSAs, or lie detector tests, for our police officer applicants. During his time with the district, Lieutenant Qualters earned his master's degree in Homeland Security, and he's currently assigned to our emergency management unit, where he also assists with school security compliance. And Brian is going to be pinned by Captain Gary Kaufman, who also works with him in the emergency management unit. Come on up. Congratulations.
have anything prepared. I didn't even give a speech at my wedding, so I don't think that's going to change today. Thank you and congratulations to everyone.
All right, internal affairs. Toby Rubin, come on up. Toby Rubin was born in Plainfield, New Jersey, and as he put it in parentheses for me, a long time ago, and lived in the small town of Belford with his parents and 3 brothers. His family moved to Dania in 1973, and he attended South Broward High School in Hollywood, graduated in 1979. Lieutenant Rubin was hired by the Delray Beach Police Department in January of 1986. As an officer with Delray, Lieutenant Rubin worked in patrol and served as a field training officer, a tactical team member in the Street Narcotics Squad, SWAT member, a detective, and as a member of the dive team. He was recognized as Officer of the Year in 1987 and Investigator of the Year in 1992. He was promoted to sergeant in 1994 and subsequently served within the same units he worked in as an officer, but now he was their supervisor. He earned Patrol Supervisor of the Year recognition in 1996, and as a sergeant, he added vice, intelligence, and narcotics investigations to his resume. In 2009, Toby was promoted to the rank of lieutenant, and throughout the remainder of his tenure with Delray PD, he led road patrol, the investigations division, and internal affairs unit. Lieutenant Rubin retired from Delray in January of 2016 and took a day off before joining the police department here, 2 days off before joining the school district police department February 1st of 2016. He has worked at Spanish River High School, Omni Middle School, and Citrus Cove Elementary School, as well as being assigned to the South Area Cover Car. Since 2020, Lieutenant Rubin has been assigned to the Internal Affairs section. Lieutenant Rubin met his wife, Lorraine, while working a detail at Boston's on the Beach in Delray. They married in 1995 and have 2 sons, TJ and Jacob. I introduce to you Lieutenant Rubin. And his wife, Lorraine's going to pin his badge on for him.
So I'm the guy that nobody wants to have lunch with in internal affairs. That's okay. I want to thank Chief Mooney for this opportunity and for showing the faith in me to be able to handle this promotion and the position that I'm currently assigned to. I think you're the 4th chief that I've served under in the 7.5 years that I've been here. And I think you've been able to accomplish more in that short time than any of our previous chiefs that came before. And that's a big reflection on you and your commitment to this agency. Thank you to Mr. Burke and the rest of the board members because Chief Mooney couldn't do what she does without the support from the board. So I thank you guys for that. I want to thank Major Rich Moore over there. Rich became my boss when shortly after I went into internal affairs, and we realized that there were some issues in how we did things and how we kept track of things, and it took some doing, but we were able to get a lot done. Your continued support and guidance is greatly appreciated. Major Moore is always there. He always makes time for a phone call, question, even if he can't answer me right away. If he's in a board meeting or something, or I'll get a text message, staff meeting, I'll call you right back when I'm done. So I appreciate that. I want to congratulate Captain Katz. Captain Katz was my first sergeant when I started working for the school district when I was assigned to Spanish River High School. So he helped guide me along the way. When I was just figuring out what the heck I was doing with all these kids around me and how to handle all that stuff. So thank you, Captain Katz. congratulations to my fellow lieutenants that are getting promoted today and all our new hires also. I've been in law enforcement for 38 years, about 38 years. And for 29 of those 38 years, my wife, Lorraine, has been there. And I want to thank her for her unwavering support. We've been through a lot together. The call-outs in the middle of the night, for whether it be a SWAT call-out or call-outs for homicide investigations, all the nights I had to work, the weekends I had to work, she always supported me, never complained. So my accomplishments are her accomplishments as well. We share everything together. Probably our two biggest accomplishments, I think, are our two boys. They're both grown, although one of them's still at home. Neither one of them are doctors or rocket scientists or lawyers, but what I'm most proud of is that they're hard workers and they're respectful and just good kids, good people. They treat everybody with respect, no matter who they are. And that's all because of the work that, not only that I put into them, but the work that my wife put into them when I couldn't be there. So thank you, Lorraine. I love you. And thanks to everybody else for being here.
All right, we're almost there. Last but not least, Lieutenant Cecil Wagner. Cecil Wagner is another Palm Beach County native who graduated from Forest Hill High School. After graduating, he joined the U.S. Army, and during his time in the Army, he attained the rank of E5 as a sergeant, and he mentioned in his biography that his military assignments involved jumping out of perfectly good flying planes. Lieutenant Wagner has 36 years in law enforcement experience. As a 21-year-old, he started with the Riviera Beach Police Department, where he served for 6 years. After his time in Riviera, he joined the Palm Beach Gardens Police Department and served there until his retirement in 2018. Throughout his career, Lieutenant Wagner has been involved in all aspects of police work to include SWAT, investigations, both homicides and crimes against children. He runs the youth programs here and patrol. He joined the School District Police Department in 2018 and was assigned to work at Panther Run Elementary until being transferred into the district's youth court diversion program, where he's currently assigned, in addition to handling and overseeing investigations as a detective supervisor. Congratulations, Lieutenant Wagner. We're going to have his wife, Wendy, and AC Waits come up to do the pinning of Cecil.
I get the photo bomb. Hang on.
Good afternoon. I think the group I work with has a PowerPoint. It's no longer than 43 minutes. So we'll start that. Is that okay, Chiefs? Because you said it was short. Honestly, I'd just like to thank you, Chief, for this opportunity. Our command staff, AC Waits, Superintendent Burke, and the delegates, and then clearly congratulations to our new hires and then all the promotions. Like everybody's come up here and said, there's tons of experience with the school police. And I could go on and we could get into stories and stuff, but throughout my career, I've learned that one of the most important things has always been, and a lot of times we don't thank them enough for what they do for us as well as how they affect our careers. And that's everybody out here that's family. It could be loved ones, it could be kids, parents, friends. And I've been fortunate in my career because I have, and I'll introduce, I have a son. He's in this profession for 5 years now. Very proud of him. Winnie and I couldn't be more excited in the man he's become. He married a beautiful young lady. She is our only daughter now, and as well, she's a teacher in the school district. And then somebody that I don't say thank you enough is my wife, Wendy. I love you. She's been with me from day one, when I started my career, through the ups and downs and everything we've done. So I thank you for that, and Chief, again, thank you.
All right, I'm only running 4 minutes behind. I'm going to go real quick with, I'd like to thank everybody for coming today, but before we get ready to have cake, because it's not a police thing unless we have cake. So we want to celebrate and have a little fellowship after this. I'd like to take this opportunity one more time. All of our new hires and our promotees, please stand up. Let's give them a round of applause and congratulations. And I'd like to thank all the friends, the family, the support staff here at the district, and everybody in between for coming out to celebrate and to support this group. I think we're heading in the right direction. We're doing a great job, but it takes everybody in this room working together to make sure that we keep going on the right path. So thank you for coming out and supporting this. Congratulations to all of you that are standing still. Go have cake when we're done. You have the opportunity to get pictures and all that. Anybody that wants to take pictures, have the family come up. We try to run through it relatively quick. But with that, I'm going to say have a great afternoon, and thanks for coming.